Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Roy. Welcome to A Christian Channel. The date today is July the 21st, that's a Monday, 2025 at 2:30 in the afternoon. Normally I do these earlier in the morning, but I guess today it's going to be in the afternoon. I want to talk to you about God when you're dissatisfied with God and you don't want Him anymore. God will remove His love from you. He'll stop loving you. It's debatable one way or the other whether you got a Holy Spirit, but if you do, He's going to remove that Holy Spirit from you. And when that happens, that's when bad things happen to you. Now, China's having earthquakes and floods and all kinds of stuff happening to them. It's my belief that God has pulled His love from them. And the devil's doing this to that country. God has pulled His love from Putin, and look what's happening to his country. Now God I believe, is pulling His love from the United States. And look what's happening there. The farmers are going broke. Look at the whole country's going under. Companies are going under. General Motors, Ford, all of them. Coca-Cola's getting out of Dodge because they sense that country's going under. I sure hope that Trump is not trying to control this country through food, because he's going after the farmers big time. No potash, no, they're in trouble down there, guaranteed. But anyways, we're getting off track here. When you don't want God anymore, right? And you're not listening to your Holy Spirit, God will pull the Holy Spirit and turn His back on you. This is what the rapture is. Now, God thinks of humanity as a plant. Sodom and Gomorrah was a blight on the plant, so He turned His back on them, knowing full well the devil's going to send sulfur balls down on them. It's not God doing that, it's the devil. So, in the rapture, right? And I think the rapture happens is when there's think of us as a plant. When there's more blight on that plant, and the plant is actually dying, He's going to save the remaining good fruit by plucking it all. Isn't that what the rapture is? Most of this planet is corrupt and rot, but there's still a lot of good here. So He comes and removes all the good, turns His back on planet Earth, and lets the devil have his way. Meteorites, earthquakes, pole shifts, the list is endless. The devil's going to have a good time. But really, in the long run, he's helping God, because he's going to remove all the blight from that planet. The devil will. They'll all end up in hell, all those people. And God will then take over. And then put his good people probably back on the planet Earth. I think that's what's going to happen. I can't believe that we're going to start again by Adam and Eve, like Adam and Eve, and start all over again. So, but I'm pretty sure that if you don't want God in your life, He'll remove Himself from you. It's your decision. Same thing happens at the pearly gates. If you're standing there and you denounce God your whole life, God's just going to turn His back on you. Who is it? Oh, it's Joe Blow. Well, forget about him. Lord turns and goes the other way. The devil picks him up. Sodom and Gomorrah. There's so many. Even the Red Sea, when it split, God opened it, but God didn't close it. The devil closed it. God took His love and all the Holy Spirits from everybody in Egypt, from the army coming through. He says, you don't want to live by the law, die by the law. So He turned His back on them, and when He did that, the water went in. Yeah, He was quite willing to tried very hard to stop the military from going in there. He had the fire and everything. He warned them. He put the finger of fire there, finger of God, and said, don't go in there. Well, he lifted his finger because he not going to direct a guy's life for the rest of his life. And they went in there with anger. God turned his back and the devil did. There's a repeating theme that happens here throughout religion, constantly and regularly. That it's your choice, because we're given the ability to choose. If you don't want God in your life, then you can have that. But don't expect God's love with that. Okay? So, there's a lot of bad things happening in this world right now. Volcanoes are starting to erupt. Floods and volcanoes and earthquakes over in China, and all the killing that's happening in Russia, in the Yugoslavia there, and it's just, you know. And then you add on to that all the smuggling and the selling children, and, you know, all the bad stuff that goes on in this world. Don't even look in Africa. You'd be surprised what goes on there. The Lord's going to get to a point where he says, this bush has got too much blight. We got to kill the bush. I'll pluck the remaining good fruit off the bush, and then we'll let the devil burn it down to the ground, and I'll start again. I think this is what the rapture is, you know. And I would not be surprised if he does this. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he's not. The only person who knows when is God. But I wouldn't blame him. Look around. And well, you know, the rapture. When people talk about God's wrath, he may have wrath, but you got to understand what's happening here. He doesn't have wrath for his children. If you believe in God and you're part of that family, you don't have wrath for your kids. You have wrath for the person trying to harm your kids. That's what's going on here. So, all right, God doesn't have wrath for us. If you're evil and vengeful and everything else, all the bad things, you better watch. Because God will pull his love from you, and then you're going to see the wrath of the devil, not God's wrath. God's wrath is he pulls his love from you. Always remember that. It's his decision whether you get his love or not. Think about what I'm saying here. There's a common theme throughout the Bible, throughout history, and it all stems from when Adam bit into the apple and gave us the decision to decide. Do you want to believe in God or not? The last words Jesus Christ said to me was, now you know, will you follow? If I had said no to that, I wouldn't have had more of God's love. He'd turn his back on me and bad things would happen to me. I'd get run over by a car or something. You know? Yeah. Think about that for a while. Okay, right at the end of this one I have to say this. That I've let God down, and I know I have. And I'm begging his forgiveness right now. Life is, the road to the Lord is like a big wide path. There's a lot of us on it, we're all headed that way. But I took this path here. And I've said this in the past, I found out now that I'm on the wrong path, I'm going to get mad at myself and backtrack up. It could be cigarettes, it could be alcohol, it could be anything, right? I'm going to tell you what it is. In life, if you know that you've done wrong, get mad, backtrack, get on that main path to the Lord again. What I did wrong is when I started this channel, I was determined not to ask for likes and subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that. That's getting something back for telling about the Lord. Now, I said I wasn't going to do that. And for a long time, I didn't do it. But then I started doing it. I'm not doing this to get any kind of gratification, hits, or anything else. I'm not chasing anything. I want to do this because I want to teach people about the Lord. So from this point forth, I'm not going to ask anymore. I won't ask. If you people are smart enough that if you like what you see, you'll hit the like button, and if you want to pass it on or not miss an episode, you'll subscribe. But I'm not going to do that anymore. I've let God down, and I'm getting back on the main path here. Because we're only human. We always take a wrong path at some point in our life. Come back, get on the main path again. That's what I'm doing. So, by God's awesome grace, by Jesus Christ's overflowing love, by the support of the Holy Spirit, and the protection of Archangel Michael, we'll all meet together down the road in heaven. Goodbye, everybody. My love goes with you. Blessings. Bye-bye.